No matter how important you think you are, Sigma males will cut you off without hesitation if you disrespect their boundaries. These independent men don't play by society's rules, and they certainly won't play by yours. While others might tolerate bad behavior to keep the peace, Sigma males have zero tolerance for certain actions. Whether it's a boss, friend, or stranger, your status means nothing if you cross their lines. But what exactly are these boundaries? Here are 7 things Sigma males will never tolerate from anyone. Number 1. Emotional blackmail or guilt-tripping. Sigma males do not accept being made to feel bad for something that isn't their fault. Imagine someone trying to twist your words or actions to make you feel terrible. It's like a game of emotional tag where you're always it. When someone uses guilt-tripping or emotional blackmail, they are playing a sneaky game to get what they want, hoping you'll give in just to make the bad feelings stop. This behavior might seem complicated, but it's just an attempt to manipulate your emotions so you'll do things you don't really want to do. Imagine a friend who acts sad whenever they need something from you, hoping you'll feel sorry for them. It's not fair and doesn't reflect a real friendship. Manipulating emotions like a puppet master to control someone's actions is clear manipulation. For Sigma males, trust and honesty are crucial, and anything that disrupts that should be met with a firm no. Just because someone wants something doesn't mean they get to play with your feelings like toys. While most people might cave under this kind of emotional pressure, Sigma men will shut it down immediately. That's why many see them as tough or unemotional. They simply don't have time for toxic games. Once they see the strings, they cut you off instantly. Number 2. Backhanded compliments or subtle put-downs. Sarcasm disguised as kindness, known as the backhanded compliment, can be tricky to spot, and many people don't even notice it. It might seem like praise, but it leaves others confused or unsure. However, Sigma males are really good at reading people, so these sneaky comments are obvious warning signs. They don't focus on the negative and definitely don't appreciate when someone tries to diminish their success with subtle insults. For instance, when someone says, "You're smart for someone without a degree," Sigma males quickly recognize the hidden message and won't hesitate to distance themselves from such individuals. Dealing with someone who hides mean comments under layers of politeness feels like walking on shaky ground, and Sigma males understand what's happening. This is why some people see them as mysterious or distant. They just don't want to play along. When they sense someone trying to play games with them, they will shut down the conversation and remove themselves from the situation. It's a classic Sigma move. They don't need to stoop to that level and will simply walk away. While most people might tolerate these subtle insults to maintain a relationship or keep the peace, Sigma males will not hesitate to cut off those who disrespect them in this way. If they allow people to get away with it, they're only inviting more of this behavior, which is why Sigma males will not tolerate any form of disrespect, no matter how subtle it may be. Number 3. Fake friends who only show up when they need something. It's incredibly frustrating dealing with those who suddenly act like your best friend when they need a favor. These are the opportunists, the ones who seem to vanish when times are tough, only to reappear when it benefits them. Sigma males will never tolerate being used and discarded like a tool. They value relationships built on trust and mutual respect, not convenience. In a world where everyone is caught up in their own drama, real connections are rare. When a so-called friend resurfaces out of the blue seeking help and then vanishes again, it feels transactional rather than genuine. There's no real bond here. And Sigma men see this type of friend as nothing more than a ghost, lurking only in the shadows, yearning for personal gain without offering anything in return. Sigma males quickly detect insincerity because the open book of inconsistency is a simple read for them. People often wonder why Sigma men seem unapproachable or aloof. It's because they invest in relationships carefully, keeping close only those who prove genuine. When dealing with fake friendships that only thrive under certain conditions, the Sigma male won't respond with resentment. He will simply walk away and let the fake friend fade into the background where they belong. Number 4. People who can't respect a simple no. For Sigma males, no is not just a word. It's an entire boundary wrapped in 2 letters. Disrespecting this response is a surefire way to get cut off. Some people can't accept refusal and feel that persistence will override the initial answer. However, Persistence can quickly become disrespect when it undermines freedom and ignores expressed boundaries. Saying no shouldn't be met with negotiation or coercion. It's a matter of personal space, trust, and understanding boundaries. While most people might feel the need to justify their actions or feel guilty for standing their ground, Sigma males have no problem saying no and repeating it. But they won't repeat themselves endlessly. Once they've said no, they mean it, and there's no need to explain further. If someone can't respect a simple refusal, then they won't be respected in return. It's not about turning down a friend who asked you to go out. It's about setting personal boundaries that should not be questioned or undermined. Sigma males won't hesitate to distance themselves from anyone who can't understand that no is a complete sentence. Number 5. Passive-aggressive behavior or indirect communication. Nobody really enjoys when someone doesn't say what they mean, using hints instead of being clear. Imagine someone acting upset but insisting everything is fine while continuing to be grumpy. This is passive-aggressive behavior, where negativity is expressed indirectly rather than openly. It's like playing a game where you have to guess what the other person is thinking or feeling, which can be frustrating and even unfair. Instead of addressing problems directly, passive-aggressive people might give the silent treatment, make sarcastic comments, or do something spiteful, hoping you'll pick up on their unhappiness without them saying it out loud. It's like they expect you to read their mind, which is not only unrealistic but also emotionally draining. Sigma males have no patience for this kind of behavior as it creates confusion and mistrust. If someone can't speak their mind openly, then they are not someone Sigma males want to keep in their circle because it's hard to believe anything they say. Number 6. Being talked down to or patronized by superiors at work. Imagine being at work, and someone with a higher title talks to you as if you know nothing. While most people might tolerate it to keep their job or avoid conflict, Sigma males have a hard time letting it slide. They may not confront the person immediately, but they won't forget the disrespect. Sigma males are not impressed by power or status, so they don't feel the need to bow down to those who have it. Although they may be respectful and professional, they won't tolerate being treated as inferior just because someone has a higher position. They will silently observe and make a mental note, but they won't let it slide. It's not about holding a grudge, it's about the reciprocity of respect. If someone can't show basic human decency, then they don't deserve respect in return. Sigma males might even quit if things don't change, especially if they're not tied down by financial obligations. Walking away from a job where they're patronized isn't a loss for them. It's the first step to finding something better. Unfortunately, many companies overlook this behavior from superiors and end up losing valuable team members because of it. Number 7. Interrupting or talking over them repeatedly. Imagine you're deep in thought explaining something important, and suddenly someone cuts in and talks over you, then does it over and over again. How frustrating would that be? For Sigma males, this is a huge sign of disrespect. They take their words seriously and expect others to do the same. Interrupting or talking over them repeatedly indicates that the other person doesn't value what they have to say. While Sigma males may initially try to brush it off, they will eventually leave the conversation or cut off the person if the behavior persists. They expect others to listen when they speak, just as they do for others. This behavior can disrupt the flow of conversation, making the exchange feel disjointed. Interruptions are like throwing a wrench into a smooth-running machine. Sigma males prefer discussions where everyone gets a chance to speak, and they will quickly lose interest and look for an exit if they are interrupted by someone who tends to dominate the conversation. They prefer to step back and keep the peace rather than engage in arguments where no one is truly listening. Sigma males are known for their unwavering standards and don't waste time with people who cross their boundaries. They value respect, honesty, and directness, and will walk away from anything that threatens those principles. If you found these insights helpful, feel free to leave a comment. If you're unsure about what to say, simply write "done" to let us know you watched until the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we invite you to subscribe now and become part of our channel. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.